All right, we have some breaking Eagles news. Zach Brown, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles, released today after his comments about Kirk Cousins, or I think that's what it was all about. I'm guessing that's what it was all about. But this move is somewhat questionable timing because our linebacking depth is pretty suspect, to say the least. Now, Nigel Bradham is supposed to be back next week against the Dallas Cowboys, but it's just crazy that after I really wanted Howie Roseman to make a move. All right. I just made a video bashing him about how many moves he hasn't made since the Super Bowl year. And this move just comes after everything that just transpired. And Zach Brown, to me, was a decent player. He was okay, but you can't just talk shit about somebody and then after the game not answer the question. It's bad for the locker room. It's bad chemistry. And guess what? I think this is a terrific move by Howie Roseman. As much as I bashed the guy, I bashed Howie Roseman for not making a move, but this is actually very good for the locker room, and I'm 100% for it. Zach Brown, you cannot have that chemistry. You cannot have that. You cannot have that bad juju, the bad chemistry. And you need locker room guys. You need teammates that are for each other. And he just seemed like a me player. And that post game interview, I feel like was the thing that got him cut because he just let's face it, he looked like an asshole. All right, you bash your Cousins. The guy torched you. He's like, oh, let's move on. Nope. You gotta take it for what it's worth. And you know what? I don't care how good the guy could have been. I don't care how good he was. I'm for this move 100%. You know, I don't care how bad our depth is on our linebacking core. You cannot have this kind of headache in your locker room. A guy that talk shit about the opposing team and then won't back it up on the field, and then to make matters worse in the locker room, just completely discredit the question by the reporter. You cannot do that. All right, our secondary is ass. Our corners suck. I understand this. This is a move that I'm for, and a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, why are you releasing him? He's probably one of our best linebackers." It doesn't matter. He's not a good locker room guy. We need to set an example. And Howie Roseman, I give him credit for this one because this was 100% the right move. And I don't care how good the guy is. The guy was an asshole. All right, you cannot have assholes in your locker room. We're trying to have a winning culture. Hold on one second, guys. All right, 1 second. I'm just typing something. You cannot have that kind of bad juju in the locker room. You need to create a winning culture. You're trying to be a dynasty. You're trying to make this team successful for years to come with Doug Peterson. And if someone's going to hold you back by those asshole comments and being about himself and saying, oh, it wasn't my fault that Kirk Cousins lit us up. That's basically what he was saying with his words, like next question. You can't have that in the locker room. So I credit Howie Roseman for this one. And it does suck that we had to get rid of one of our best players in the linebacking core, but at the same time, you can't have that around. So I'm going to give Howie Roseman credit for this one. You know, I just made a video bashing him, but this was a good move by Howie Roseman. All right, it really was. You can't have a bad locker room. And he made a statement. It's like, are you guys all in or are you not all in? And this is a ballsy move by your GM, and that's exactly what you want. Arrow said what he said was facts, but you don't say that live. What was facts about it? You know, he talked shit about Kirk Cousins. He used to play with Kirk Cousins on the Washington Redskins, and he completely dissed him. And then he torches us yesterday? No, you don't avoid that question. You don't avoid that question at all. You know, you said something and gave him ammo, gave him the fire to produce the way he did, and you're just going to completely ignore the question? No, you're not. You're not going to do that. So, yeah, I completely disagree with that. I 100% agree with what Howie Roseman did today. And I'm not a huge fan of Howie Roseman, but he stepped up in my book a little bit today because this was a big move. And Brandon G97 says, honestly, I would have released Sidney Jones. Well, the problem with releasing Sidney Jones is Sidney Jones, he's bad. We all know this. But we really don't have any depth at the cornerback position. So you have to keep him for at least another year. Dwayne Aldridge says, let's go get the fuck out of Philly, Zach Brown. I agree 100%. It doesn't matter how good of a player is. His character sucks. Yeah, like I said, you cannot have that type of character in the locker room. You're trying to create a winning culture, and that is bad for the brand. good with the cap and trades, not the draft. He sucks at the draft. I just made a video about that. What is up, Nitro? Philly Ace says, what's up, buddy? Christmas Abbey says, in my opinion, we have the worst secondary in the league. No, it's not just your opinion. It's everybody's opinion. Chris Garland says, why do you want AB? The thing about AB is we really need a wide receiver on this team right now because Deshaun Jackson, you can't really rely on him. And I don't think AB is that big of a cancer, to be completely honest with you. I just think the sex case was put in there to get him off the Patriots. I don't think he has bad character. I really don't. And you know what? This is a guy where his talent overweighs bad character if he were to have bad character, because this guy was a top 3 wide receiver. Zach Brown, he's good, but he's not someone that's going to put you over the top. You know, he's a guy that you could just brush off the side. Like, it's like we don't want you even though you're decent, you know. So yeah, AB's talent outweighs his character. You know, it's like a T.O. thing. T.O. was phenomenal with us. We got rid of him because it was basically just enough, because it was either keep T.O. or keep Donovan, and we kept the quarterback, obviously. It was like a feud between the best players on the team. Arrow _ says, it's annoying as shit where Howie never drafts a good cornerback. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't really like Howie as a GM, because he doesn't know how to assess talent. And you're not wanting to get rid of your future assets for the draft, and you want to keep them, but you never draft right. It's just really weird for me. And yeah, but I just wanted to make this breaking news video because this is somewhat breaking. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, it's one of these things to where you need good character, and hopefully this changes our character up a little bit, because we're going into Dallas. It's a big game. We all know this. Nate Gary is one of the best draft picks we had in recent years. I mean, he's not a very good player, but at the same time, you know, we got him for depth, and you know, it's not a terrible draft pick, but at the same time, it's like, whatever. This news is one of my best birthday gifts. Is it your birthday, Dwayne? If so, happy birthday. The whole personnel department needs an upgrade. I agree. You know, something I had to change. This was step one, and I really agree with this move. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So Philly 500 does not like the fact that we cut him, but the reason why I like it is because the guy obviously was an asshole. And you can't have that in the locker room. You can't. Sorry, you cannot. But with that being said, guys, I guess I'll keep the stream up a little bit longer since I'm already on, but this breaking news is actually pretty big. It's pretty huge, actually. Release Sidney Jones. Can't. We need to keep him for cornerback depth. We need to. But it was a good move. All right, I'm actually going to end this stream. But it was a really good move by Howie Roseman. Like I said, can't have character issues. You got to have a good culture like we did in 2017. He obviously didn't fit, and that's it. Hopefully we get Deshaun Jackson back, like Arrow said in the chat. And let's go from here. Fly goes fly. Good move by Howie, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.